Hey everyone, welcome to my very first video. Today I'm going to be discussing with you the new Steven Universe episode that came out, um, on the 21st, and I'm just going to be sharing a few of my thoughts with you. Now today, I'm going to be giving a little bit of positives and negatives. I'll start off with the negatives because, might as well start off, as long as you end off good, it's fine, right? So yeah. So starting off with the bad things. Now, I think a lot of people can agree with me that the new episode was kind of a mess. What makes me think so? Just if you rewatch the whole episode, you will notice that it was very rushed. Especially with the diamonds getting redeemed. With the whole fusion ordeal, just with Steven fusing with like literally everybody. It all just kind of seemed like a fan service episode more than a special episode. And believe me, as a fan, I was definitely served because I love all the new fusions. I love the diamond fight, but I'll get into everything I loved near the end because might as well end it off on a good note. So, my main problem was just the fact that it was rushed. What makes me think so? Just think about it. The diamonds, we haven't really gotten in depth with the diamonds, unlike we've gotten in depth in the past with every single character. It explained their motives. It explained just more about them before they got redeemed. Like Pearl, a lot of people didn't like Pearl until we got to learn more about her. Well, we didn't, and that's when she, started getting a little bit more redeemed. But it seemed like just from one scene with blue and yellow, that's when both of them got redeemed. And it isn't explained. Like, it isn't built up. We don't really know much about the diamonds, and by the end of the episode, they just went back to Homeworld. And there was nothing. Like, yeah, I do dig, I love the way it ended, but at the same time, there was a lot that just was kind of left in the air. There was no explanation and no built up to a lot of the scenes. Yes, the reason that Steven, fused with all the gems to bring them back, that had an explanation, but at the same time, they only really gave those fusions, a minute or two of screen time. And, they were just, it just kind of made you feel, too many emotions at once. At least that's what me and a lot of my friends feel, and even a few YouTubers feel that way. But I heard my dog flip her ears out there. It was a creative idea. We all know Rebecca Sugar; she's very creative. But the idea, in a way, just it itself seems rushed. Just with the fact that Steven has to fuse with everybody. Like, I understand Yellow's powers are extremely, powerful. She's a diamond, so obviously her powers are going to be exemplified or, extended. But just the way they were all presented, it all just seemed like it happened too fast. No build up to it, if that words it better. So, if you break down the episode, you will notice that it's a very crammed together. Considering the fact that it was only a 44-minute episode, I can see why. Like, I kind of cram in stuff all the time when I'm limited in time. I always cram stuff together. I always do that. Like with a video or something. Like, I will, I'll shorten it. I will rush myself just to get it done. And I know Rebecca Sugar has had these ideas in mind since probably about even 2017. If artworks and just her overall foreshadowing if that all indicates something. But at the same time, this episode just had too much going on. Hence, it's messy. Now, the positive things about it are just the story in general. Like, I love the diamond fight, just with how blue and yellow finally stood up to themselves, thanks to Steven. Because Steven, they finally started calling him Steven instead of Pink, because they're finally getting over the past. And that was one thing I admired. I love that. Just with the fact of how blue and yellow were finally getting over the past, even though it goes back to the Rush thing, even though they've only really known Steven was Pink Diamond for just a few days. And, hence the Rush thing. But I know how it is. You gotta do your job. And, animation, I'm not an animator. I don't know how hard it is. So you know what? I still love the episode, regardless if it, was kind of messy. And then, the other things I really loved was, when Steven, the most heart-wrenching moment was probably when Steven's gem got taken out. I was really expecting for Steven to meet his mom. But then something came back to me, like in a podcast that Rebecca Sugar held for the episode Change Your Mind. She said that Steven, well, I'm using my words, obviously. She said that Steven, his cells were all kept together through magic. And if you think about it, the whole human body is just made out of cells. So if you think about it, Steven's core was just taken from him. It's almost like taking a human's brain out and never putting it back. See, like a human is worthless without their brain. Or just pointless in general. And Steven, without his gem, he's nothing. He will literally die without it. Similar to a human without a brain. We will die without a brain. So that's pretty much what White Diamond did to him. She took out his core. And then his whole little magic self, Pink Steven, as I've seen some people call it, him, he just officially made it known to us that Pink Diamond Rose Quartz is gone. Only Steven remains. And then we got that beautiful animation of Steven fusing back with himself. And that animation was just amazing. That was probably my favorite part of the whole episode. And then we got back to when they returned to Earth. White Diamond became off color, according to Blue and Yellow. If you haven't seen the episode yet, I'm really sorry if I'm spoiling it for you. But yeah, the title says spoiler right there, so you should have known. So yeah, and then Steven sung the new song, and then throughout that song, I'm not going to say Rush again because we're in the positive now. Steven and the Diamonds uncorrupted all the corrupted gems. We got to see Ocean Jasper, Biggs, Snowflake. I didn't see Crazy Lace yet, but I'll have to go back. And we got to see a bunch of old favorites like the Ice Monster, or the Worm Monster that was attracted to Connie's little bracelet. We got to see what they all looked like. We even got to see Watermelon Tourmaline, the little the puffer fish monster that was pink and green. And I think it was actually confirmed that she was Watermelon Tourmaline. So yeah, I'm not making that up. It sounds okay. So yeah, those are honestly probably the highlights of the whole episode, and I love that. If you see me fidgeting, I don't like being on camera, but I figured by now I've had this channel for a long time, and I really want to, try and make a living this way, because I've dreamed of being a YouTuber since I was 7 or 8, 3rd grade. I don't know. I don't do math. So, yeah, that was pretty much my whole thoughts on the new Steven Universe episode. Though it was rushed and pretty messy, but you gotta keep in mind, You probably don't know how animation works. I definitely don't know how it works. And just the fact that it was kind of crammed into 44 minutes. I don't know if that was like on Rebecca's part or not, or it's just like, Cartoon Network, just being rude. But you gotta think about it. Like, for a 44-minute episode, we just got so much to a point where it was almost like too much. Am I slandering the show? No. If anything, this is just more like criticism. I love the show. I pride myself on the fact that I love the show. I have a whole gem collection dedicated to the show. So, like, how can I hate it? As you can probably see in the back, too. Like, I have my little calcite right there. A few amethysts. There's a few over there. There's even some, like, right there. Like, I'm not making this up. I have a bunch of stuff next to me. I even have a pink opal. Do you guys know how expensive this was? It was really expensive. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna wrap this video up right now. Thank you guys for watching this video. It's my very first video, and I'm, I guess included in this, I will just say, this channel for now, gaming won't be expected until later on, until I get better technology. But for now, more just expect like collection videos, vlogs, just stuff like that. I might even record some on my phone, but probably not, because my phone sucks. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'll officially wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching this video. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment, dislike, if you disagree with me. Also, put your opinions down in the comments. I want to know how you all felt about the new episode. If you agree with me, like the video. If you disagree with me, you can just skip past the video and watch videos that you do agree with. Like, it's up to you. So yeah, I'm gonna go feed my animals, feed myself, be fat and happy. So yeah, I'm just gonna see y'all in the next video. Bye.